there are a bunch of modules involved with the GPT, and I'm just going to show you a diagram here. Basically, this is showing us the general performance tracker sitting in the middle there, and then it's wondering about these different performance modules. Fitness being a module where we might have our physical fitness, our mindful fitness, and our restful fitness. There's this concept of initiatives, which are the blue boxes over here, which are the tasks that we're doing, and like the outputs, the artifacts that we're creating as an outcome of that. It's considering finance as a part of the performance, our personal finance and finance as part of organization. And it's also wondering about consumption. Consumption of food, of recreation, of digital products. So are we eating bad food? Are we, drinking a lot of alcohol? Are we on our phones, on our apps, or consuming, pokie machines or just scrolling endlessly? That would be a kind of consumption. We might also consider things like inputs and outputs. So an output might be, I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling disappointed, or I'm feeling depressed. But the inputs are the things that we can control, like am I exercising? Am I practicing good thoughts? Am I meditating? There's a component over here which I haven't explored in too much detail. I think is a really interesting one, which is this concept of injuries and illnesses and tracking them generally, and that potentially being a part of our general performance. Ultimately, for the general performance tracker, there's this concept of a general performance score. How am I doing overall? And I think that's where this is different, because if you have a look, there's a lot of applications out there that do all of these things, and they specialize in all of these things, and I've worked with a lot of them. They're fantastic applications. But the challenge that I've always had with those applications is considering them generally. How do we pull them together and go, what's my general performance score? How am I going in relation to everything else? And I guess this was born out of the concept of me picking up some new initiative or practicing a new knowledge area, and it being really great, and me learning a lot and me feeling active and engaged. But overall, my performance has actually deteriorated because there are things that I was doing before that I'm now no longer doing. So whilst this new thing is cool and different and amazing, overall my performance has deteriorated. That's what this general performance score is trying to get at, is trying to show us how we going generally. And there's also this concept of stars. I love the concept of stars. It's essentially just trying to hit minimum standards each day. Have I spent a certain amount of hours exercising? You get a star. Have I spent a certain amount of time working? Well, you get a star. Did I do something really cool today? Gold star for you. Just a little bit of motivation, something a little extra. That's the general performance tracking modules. What I'm wondering with this general performance tracker is what we want most with time, with life, together.